ever, like...
Tingly tongue.
Do you ever think when you taste something it tastes like a colour?
I'm not got the same thing as you. That would be a...
Weird brain.
I would be like electric blue if I was going to
Hello, I'm Jen.
My name's Rachel.
And we are the Grail, and we're doing another tasting today.
Hey.
We've got a gin to taste today. Gin that has been rather controversial in the past week.
It's caused a storm!
It actually did!
Ba-dum-bum-sh. Yeah, so we actually did a virtual tasting with Badachro, who make this gin on Friday night, and it was so good, it kicked half of the people out of the waiting room before the tasting even started.
Half the country was plunged into darkness at the mere sight of the gin, and then the other half disappeared towards the end of the tasting.
Yep, including you.
Including me, I was cut off at about 9 o'clock.
Yep, and when did we get power back?
About 48 hours later, a little bit. We were later than that here. We were 3 days later we got power back.
So, and on and off properly till
I wonder what will happen when we try it today.
Hopefully the power doesn't go off. We've got another tasting tonight. That'll be the nightmare, isn't it? Sorry, Scott, we can't come. So yes, it is a lovely gin though. I think it was the favourite of the 5 we tried.
I had two favourites.
Which was?
I like that one. I like the Coastal, and I can't make up my mind which I like. But I think most generally overall, this one was the favourite, I would say.
I didn't mind the Coastal, and I don't usually like a Coastal gin.
Yeah, I didn't think it tasted particularly coastal.
It's not a person here, it's like a furniture. Yeah.
Like oos.
Like oos. Or maybe it's one of my ears and I just don't recognise it because it's all curly. It was an oos. No, it wasn't oos. Sorry, yes.
Yeah, I didn't find it a particularly coastal gin. I thought it was more herbal.
Definitely, I thought so as well. It didn't have the kind of... I find the coastal ones taste a bit soapy.
Yeah, it was much more like herbally and fennelly, but nice and fresh. I loved it. I like a distinctive gin, and it was very distinctive, and this one is as well.
Well, it is still ginny gin. It's not like a... So I don't... Gin is so hard to talk about in a way if you don't know a wee bit about gin, which you don't have to know much about gin to enjoy it.
Yeah.
But because it's grown so much of the category, then the regulation around it hasn't really kept up, has it?
Yeah, I suppose, because there's not as many rules to define the different types. So you get a London Dry style, and even then there's not that many rules around it. But
so London Dry is just... It
has to be at least 37.5%. It has to be, they can't add anything after distillation, so it can't, for example, be a colour or anything, because that would mean something had been added after it was distilled. And juniper has to be the main flavour, which again is...
subjective.
Yeah. So, and also like how much of any other flavour comes in before you call that not London Dry. So yeah, it's difficult. But this one is classed as Navy strength. Yes,
so that is, and that's got a history behind it as well. But it's usually 57, or does it have to be 57?
I think the definition of it is 57 because it's 100 proof,
and
which is 57%.
Yeah. And there's other gins who might not do 57, but they do
usually do
more battle strength or something.
Yeah,
like
Sterling
that.
Gin do battle strength, which is 55.
Yeah.
LBD do latitude strength, which is 57.2.
So and that's
57.2 degrees north.
Yeah. Where is it from again?
Badachro, up in the northwest. So up kind of
northwest.
Close to... Are you the maps behind you?
Behind.
Close to Ullapool. In the vicinity of Ullapool, where Seven Crofts is from.
I know that Seven Cross is from Ullapool, but where Ullapool is,
it's not
my
right.
business, really.
Northwest, Wester Ross.
Northwest, right.
Wester
So
Ross.
Yeah.
Lovely, like one of the nicest parts of Scotland, I think.
Like further north than Skye?
Yes.
Much further north than Skye?
Not much, but a bit.
Cool. Thank you.
So like if Skye's there, it's like there.
It's a coastal one, and they're just making... Oh no, they're not just making gin, they're making vodka now as well, aren't they?
They're making vodka, which we've not tried yet, but it sounds really good.
It does sound really
Sounds
nice.
Lovely. And they've bottled a whiskey, which I really love.
So they have the armpit whiskey?
Yeah, now I learnt how to say it properly. I was calling it Badnachlays, which is not right. Badnahalshig.
I think that's it.
Badnahalshig.
Which translates as something, but also Hill of the Oakster.
Yeah, Hill of the Oakster, Hill of the Armpit, Hill of the Boat, Hill of the Shape of the Boat.
I think that's it. Which is bizarre in Gaelic that can mean the same
I
thing.
get it. It's that shape.
Yeah.
It's like the shape of your armpit, which is the shape of the underside of a boat.
It's weird though that those are the same phrases. Do you know what I mean? Because I would say that is the shape of your armpit, or that is the shape of a boat. It's weird how that could be said. It's just about the context of it, which is lots of languages do that. To be fair.
Yeah, that's funny.
So this one here is just the Navy Strength / Storm Strength version of their standard gin, their original one. Quite coastal.
Yep, I think and it's they're using, is it bog myrtle and gorse they're using?
They've got gorse blossom. I'm just double checking. I've got it down here. Gorse blossom, wild myrtle, rose hip, but there's also some seaweedy stuff which they don't tell us about. That's secret, and I don't usually like seaweedy ones, so
yeah. But yeah, that's like some of my favourite things in that. Slange.
It's as good as I remember. It's so sweet.
Really sweet. A lot of the time I think a Navy Strength gin tastes purple.
Purple, like a dark purple or a light purple?
Dark purple.
Dark purple.
And I think it might be a slightly kind of violet. Like a rosy violet flavour, and I think that's why I see the purple, And
it smells quite ginny, like it smells quite juniper led, but it's got a wee bit more of a flavour.
Fresh, I think.
And we're using Bon Accord, which is a Scottish tonic. That's quite nice. And it's not too flavourful in any way, it's just a nice kind of standard plain tonic-y tonic. But yeah, this was the favourite of them. We had 2 fruity ones and their coastal and their standard one.
What do you think of the fruity ones?
I like the fruity ones. They weren't as sweet as usual fruity ones.
Yeah.
Which I like.
They're probably better for people who don't like those.
Yeah, definitely.
But I was just taken by this one and the coastal.
The orange one was really good. It did taste like the rind, and that's what we're talking about, people who eat orange rinds. Eh?
It tasted like a pomander.
I don't think you'd guess it was the strength it was. It's quite...
No, definitely not. Sometimes they do make you go a wee bit, but not this at all.
Did they say the triple distill that?
Yes, that's maybe,
yeah. Is that right? Yeah. So it's mega smooth for it. It's delicious, really, really nice. And they, so as I said, they don't tell us all of the botanicals, so there's some seaweed stuff in there, but I couldn't possibly fathom, I guess, what seaweedy stuff it would be.
No. And you can go and visit them.
Yes.
I'm going to go next time I go up. I've passed it many times, but I've never actually been in. They met there originally, didn't they, on holiday?
They came,
and then they decided to move there and start making gin.
So it's a couple idea. that have bought it.
Yeah.
Really good and very appropriate because the storm happened, so that was good fun.
Join us next time for another tasting, and if you like this video, subscribe to our channel. And ring the little bell to get notifications of when we upload, which can sometimes be quite sporadic.
Depending on storms.
Depending on storms, I know, yeah. So, cheers!
Bye!
Thanks for joining us. We hope you enjoyed our video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. You can catch us on social media as well at The Grail Tastings. Slange, and see you next time. The lights are still on. Fingers crossed.
At the moment.
Just imagine you take a sip of it and all of a sudden it goes dark.
That would be really cool. Like, imagine if a gin had that superpower. You'd be like, this place is not fun. I want to go home. Oh no!
Time to leave.
I've gone out. We must have to go home.